things have grown over the past few years with the group here. But anyway, by golly, anyone else out there need to make comments or need to make a contact anyway, come on. Anybody heard if the jury's reached a verdict on Biden's son?
On who?
On Biden's son. The jury was out this evening.
Oh, yeah, I read they're not going to do nothing with it. It's going to be thrown out.
What?
Comment.
Comment?
Yeah, you talking about the Hunter Biden case?
Yeah, they said that he didn't testify himself today. They said the jury was out.
No, they only deliberated for about an hour today. They got it late in the day. They're going to go back tomorrow to do their deliberations and all that. But nobody's thrown out the Hunter Biden case. It's still active.
Contact.
Go ahead, Bobby.
They said that it's 9 times out of 10 it's going to be thrown out. That's what I read on the internet.
Yeah, okay, you can believe everything on the internet. I'm just telling you what Fox News is saying. They're deliberating. They're going to continue deliberating tomorrow.
Yeah, but what they're saying is that they are planning on just dropping it. That's what I read on I think it was on Fox News. I forget. It was on some website.
Well, I figured he's guilty of sin. They're going to drop his charges. Trump was innocent, but they charge him. That just shows how our Department of Justice works.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. But they're not going to touch that boy. You know they're not. I mean, come on. They just aren't going to do it. Just for that. He might get a fine or something, but other than that, it's not going to be much of nothing. He's guilty as all get out, though.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Well, you heard about the Trump trial, where somebody the day before the jury gave the verdict, cousin of one of the jurors came out and said that the verdict was that he was guilty. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did. They had him set up all the way. They didn't even need to go to trial, really.
Yeah, he's gonna use that on appeal and all that. It'll just show that all it was kangaroo court.
Yeah, I know. I tell you, the people overseas are laughing at us like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, I know they are.
Yeah, it's a shame. Great country like ours, and we have to put up with that junk. I tell you, it's ridiculous.
I agree with you, but we got this two-tier justice system. Yeah, you see all these people doing this destruction to the statues and all that right around the White House, but that's okay. That's a part of their First Amendment rights, but if the Trump crowd did anything like that, they'd all be in jail.
Yep, they would. And they'd say, "Oh, look how bad he really is." And then they turn their face away from people like that, tearing down the statues and stuff like that. I mean, these were let's face it, Christopher Columbus. They was tearing down his statue. I believe it was in Illinois somewhere. And that guy never did anything wrong to anybody.
No, he didn't, but they feel that he did. No, there's two different justice systems. There's two different thoughts, and all that. It's gotten to the point where it's ridiculous. It totally is, but well, a good example, look at the people that are in jail for the January 6th BS, the so-called insurrection. That wasn't an insurrection. But look at all the people who are still walking the streets who did all the damage, the looting, and all that during the George Floyd riot. You know, they didn't even get a slap on the wrist.
Oh, I know. It's just, but I'm telling you, the way it's going to go, they're going to give him a slap on the wrist, and you bad little boy, don't do it no more, and away he goes.
Yeah, next thing you know, he'll be going down to a gun store and buying another gun, I bet.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
No, we'll just have to wait and see, but you're probably right. He might get a fine or a slap on the wrist, but all the millions that he's made because of his daddy's name, you know, I'm sure he can afford it.
Oh, yeah. You better believe it. The money going to the big guy. I mean, who makes that kind of stuff up? Come on.
Well, in September, I think it is, he's got to face those income tax evasion charges. We'll see what happens with that. Hopefully they get him on that. That's what they got Al Capone on. They couldn't get Al Capone, you know, for what they wanted to, but the way that they got Al Capone was tax evasion.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But these are the days we live in, you know. It's in the Bible. What is bad is good, and what is good is bad. That's in the Bible, and that's the kind of world we live in right now. It seems like the crooks are getting away with murder, and the innocent people are paying the price.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it's that time. We'll turn it back over to Gary.
All right, back to you guys.
All right. Good conversation. Lord, yeah, it's the world turns. All righty, 20 after the hour, so we're going to do that ID now, folks. Please join me with it, and if you're out there listening new, want to get in here and get on the soapbox and give you 2 cents worth, give your call slowly and phonetically at the end of the ID. This is N4KZN 145.
AB4ABJ, number 1 with the Friendly Bunch Conversation Group.
Interior PJ 207.
I'll tell you one thing. If they put Trump in prison, there's going to be another civil war.
You better believe it.
I don't think he'll go to prison because they realize that.
What was it one of the things that Trump's going to do to add into the bucket, the jump starting of the economy back, is to give restaurant workers, waitresses and waiters a break on taxes on their tips because of their low pay, and of course their tips, where they make their livelihood there, and so it'll give them a break there, give them a little bit more money to spend and start generating the economy back up.
Fine, man. Yeah, he's done said what they're going to do with Anwan up there. It's the biggest oil reserve in the world. I mean, we could put Saudi Arabia in the dirt, and he's going to open all that. He's going to say, drill, baby, drill. And that's the only thing that's going to get us out of this. That's the only most expensive thing that we can do. It was an economist, I think it was on Fox News, was talking about that. That is that's going to be the holy grail of the United States. That's going to save us from disaster. You know, our military suffering, A lot of these aircraft carriers, they're so expensive, $13 billion for, the Ford class and stuff. So, and our, the Seawolf, I think that's pretty early. That was done back in the 80s. Some way, Bill Clinton okayed that some way. But anyway, we're in need of aircraft carriers for sure. We're actually going to be short because the Big E, the Enterprise, is going to go down, and it's going to be several years before they put the Big E back in service again. So anyway, military is expensive. Don't let it's an expensive thing, and we need to keep a big, strong military for sure, because there's a lot of bad people out there.
Yeah. And you made me think, Bobby, have you guys seen the news on the balloon war in Korea?
Yeah. Yeah, they're sending up fake balloons now, I read about that too.
Well, North Korea is attaching their trash in bags to balloons and catching the wind going down to South Korea. And they're letting the balloons carry their trash down there. and South Korea has started putting flyers, in bags and sending balloons back up to the north. And then they went back to the big old speakers up on the borderline, I forget what you call it there, no man's land. And the South is pumping those big speakers, songs about how nice it is in South Korea and all kinds of stuff.
I think you had somebody trying to get in there, but yeah, that's another hot spot too you got to watch is North Korea. My gosh, those people are really starving to death.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the majority of the country, they don't get anything. They grow what they tell them they can grow. We have contact or comment, please come on. We had comment.
Yeah, Gary, they put those figures back up on the DMV again.
Yeah, that's what I seen. It looked like something that Dr. Howell would have put together and put up.
Hey, contact Gary.
Go ahead, Bobby.
I hate to change the subject, but I just finished putting together this. They take a book and they put 3 different models in it that you have to go by, and you got to figure out the right one to take. But they had a secret door on the side of this dehumidifier. It took me forever to figure this one out. There that door was, and I popped that and put that little hose in there, and now she's purring like a baby. So we'll see what happens with it.
Okay, they could have left you a $50 bill or a $100 bill inside that door.
Looks like it could,
Well, I hope it works good for you. I hope you get good service out of it.
Yeah, I do too. I need a break. Things have been breaking around here. First of all, it was my refrigerator. Bought in October. It broke 2 months ago. And this poor old guy, I cannot believe, and I didn't say, and I should have, but I didn't want to get the guy mad. He said, I'm going to order you a bucket. Well, Lord have mercy, it's not the bucket. I mean, what good is that? And he ordered me a bucket. It come in, so I took the old bucket out and put the new one in. Guess what? Still didn't work because I knew the little thing that turns around in the back there is stripped out. That's what's wrong with it. So he come back and he said, oh, I know what it is now. That's what he said. So anyway, he's ordered a motor. So the motor comes in. This stuff has to be from China. The motor comes in and it's got this little place where you can plug in a wire. and that was broke off. He said, this is broke off. I can't use it. I'm going to have to order you another motor. I said, how long is that going to take? It'll probably take about a month. I said, you got to be kidding me. I'm telling you. I'd make loans, just come and get this one and give me a new one. But if I wanted to be, you know, what about it? But I'm not. I'm cool. I can't let myself get that way. And, it's been nothing but things breaking around here.
Happens when you own a home. There's always something going on. I had to take a device out of their washing machine. Well, it was connected to the hose on the washing machine that's supposed to put ozone in the water, like when lightning hits, you know. It had the water like this hard in there, and it's supposed to help kill the germs and everything in your clothes. We'd had it for years and years and years, and you could smell it. You know, when the water went into the washer, you could smell the ozone coming out of it. But it just started leaking, and it wasn't metal, it was plastic, but it was leaking somewhere. I thought it was the hose at first. It wasn't. So I just took it out and threw it in the trash and put the hose back in the dresser. But we had to buy a new shampooer. The other shampooer got stopped up some way. I couldn't get into the hose to unstop it. It was up in it somewhere. Had to buy one of those. And I know it's time to IT there, it just went. But I'll tell you another thing. You have to watch these people, Bobby. These repair people and everything. I had one guy come in here, said I had some wind damage on my shingles on my roof, and he was trying to get the insurance company to put a whole roof on. Well, the insurance company sent an estimator out, you know, to check it, and he says, well, you've got this and this and this, but it doesn't need a whole new roof. There's not damage everywhere. Anyway, I had it fixed. I paid and had the damage fixed from another contractor. Well, after I did that, a young boy stopped on the front door and said, I just noticed you had shingle damage up on your roof. Said, want to know if you're interested in us looking at it and fixing it. My wife told him, we just had the shingles repaired and replaced on the roof. So you have to watch people. Anyway, bottom of the hour here, let's ID here. Folks in for KZS 145 with the Friendly Bunch.
KB4ABJ, number 1 with the Friendly Bunch Conversation Group.
KAPJ.
Hey, anyone else out there have comments or need to make contact with anyone? I can't do all the talking. I had to give a minute for my amp to cool down.
Yeah, Gary, it just runs like that. You know, you go a long time and nothing's broke, and then all of a sudden one day, within a week's time, you got 2 or 3 things going on. And I think it's starting to happen with me.
Yeah, part of it. Anyway, I hope your truck's doing okay. I'm anxious to see it. And I just ordered, you know, I've got that 2000 Silverado. It's the 2500 series. And I tell you, it sits high off the ground. It's hard for me, well, and my wife both, to get in and out of it. But I ordered me